All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Swamp, and it is Tuesday. And in an effort to to keep doing streams on Tuesday, but not always have to go through TikTok, I'm going to try to switch it up and see if we can maybe have the theme of Tuesday not be TikTok associated, but more of the voting system associated. So I don't always have to go to TikTok. I can go to Twitter, YouTube. I think that's it. I would never go to Facebook or Instagram or anything like that. Though I guess maybe I could get back on there since I got rid of all that stuff of mine personally years ago. But maybe if it's for the cause of content, I could get back on the the meta platforms. Anyway, I'm kind of trying to restructure and add in a whole new streaming day. But one thing that I really want to do is be able to keep it so that I just don't like leaving streams up that are longer than like 3 hours. Really don't even like keeping 3 hours, like 2.5 hours. I think is like a solid amount of time. Like for me personally, if I'm on YouTube and I'm looking through stuff, there's no way in hell I'm going to click on a stream, even if it's from somebody that I like, that's 4.5 hours long. I'm just not going to do it. So I'm going to try to make the Tuesday thing able to happen more often by not having it always be TikTok, because man, sometimes I just cannot take looking at any more TikTok. Which right now has meant that I just don't do a stream on Tuesday. But with this new way of doing it, making the focus about the voting rather than the actual platform, hopefully I can do streams on Tuesdays and then keep everything at most 3 hours long. So that's what I'm going to try to do. And I'm going to try to add in Music Mondays working title, where we make music generated off of AI that I record live like we did last week, that I'm also going to try to keep under 3 hours. Or at most, 3 hours, which I think we can do. Now that I know kind of what the formula is, because, what was it, last Thursday we did the AI music thing. that was just an idea I had. I didn't know what to do with it or how it was going to work out, but since I did it, I think I can keep it all under 3 hours and have it still be good, which also will then make it so that at the end of each month, we'll have the previous month's album. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm not going to worry too much about like actually literally finishing the song on the live stream, but we can work together through, you know, because that was awesome. Everyone was sending in AI prompts that they were using on like Discord and stuff like that. That's how we got FatCon. But have that be, I'll pick one and then start kind of building a song around it. And if I'm not done with it in 3 hours, then we'll still just call it, because I'll finish all the songs later on throughout the week once, you know, so I'll have everything set up basically, and probably most of it recorded, so that then by the end of the next month, we'll have whatever we'll have an AI album every month is what I'm saying. An AI album every month, which will generally be what? 3 or 4 songs a month. So an EP, if you will. I don't know. I think it'll be cool. So anyway, after that long intro, don't forget to like the stream, and as always, super chats will activate the super chat jukebox.
You're full of shit. I will not suffer your two people after this. Because you're lying. You're full of shit. All of it, dude. And I'm sick of it.
There's the Q Shaman. Alex Jones was talking to the Q Shaman right there. The Q Shaman, he's been popping up all over the place since he did that Michael Knowles interview. Yeah, and as well, check out the Swamp merch. Swamp Armory merch still available. Year 2 still available. I've been working on some new stuff and putting back up a shirt that's just my lovely face. There usually has been at least one thing on there that was just the avatar, but there hasn't been recently. And for the foreseeable future, all money, all proceeds will be going to my revolver fund, which you can see down in the corner there. Hang on, I know I've got... Here we go. I just wanted to do this. I thought it'd be fun. There we go. Yeah, see, the revolver fund. All right, put it back down now. Okay, so the new thing, what we are doing today for this Tuesday, of course, it's still going to have the same feel of TikTok Tuesday, and eventually I'm going to make a new set for it, because I like making sets. It's fun. It's a fun thing to do in my spare time that I have so much of. But to ease the transition, I figured we would start with what we're doing today is voting on. I've got 4 different Twitter accounts pulled up that I think have some hilarious stuff on it. And we're going to be voting on... what should I call it? See, I got to come up with a theme for this. That's what I was asking in the Discord earlier. What is this new iteration of TikTok Tuesday going to be called? You know, the voting Tuesday, the voting block, whatever you want to call it. So this week's winner of to be determined name of show, out of these Twitter accounts, and to ease the transition, I figured it'd be easier. The easiest way to start it would be to start with libs of TikTok. It's the easiest transition I could come up with. I mean, so we can still see some TikToks while switching to the new theme. I think it's just the best of both worlds, honestly. But let's switch to the media tab. Here we go. And this is not going to be one of the ones that we vote for because I feel like Libs of TikTok, of course, would vote. I was just going to do this to have time for people to file in for the stream and, like I said, ease the transition away from TikTok since we're not going to be exclusively doing TikTok. So I think this is a good compromise, I think. And this woman looks absolutely insane, which I think will... Oh, Catherine, thank you very much. Wow, why is the alert box all crazy? Let's put that back down here. There we go. I don't know why that happened. Well then, before we get started...
You don't do it. You don't do it. You don't do it. You get out of here now. Burn. You don't do it. You don't do it. You don't do it. You get out of here. Burn this thing.
What a great song. All right, Libs of TikTok. Holy crap, this video is 3 minutes and 48 seconds long, so I think this will be the only one that we watch from Libs of TikTok. But it'll get us into the spirit, I'm sure. It says this woman brought a personal HEPA filter and a backpack full of extra COVID supplies to a concert in 2023. Wow. Very brave and risky of her to attend a concert in middle of a deadly pandemic.
With me to the Eras tour in LA as someone who still doesn't care to be infected with COVID. Here's what's in my bag if you want to see all the details. There's a whole video on that. But don't look at the comments. It is a cesspool of ableist garbage. Anyway, I decided that if I was...
Was this the speed of the video from the get-go? Because, man, this is annoying. That does seem pretty par for the course for TikTok, though. The longer videos, they seem to speed up the voices, which is really annoying. But of course, she's going to see Taylor Swift. Of course, the white woman who's still freaked out about COVID is going to see Taylor Swift. Who would have thought?
With me to the Eras tour in LA as someone who still doesn't care to be infected with COVID. Here's what's in my bag if you want to see all the details. There's a whole video on that. But don't look at the comments. It is a cesspool of ableist garbage. Anyway, I decided that if I was going to go at all, I was not only going to keep myself safe, but give others the option to keep themselves safe as well. So I brought a bunch of extra masks. Spoilers, no one took me up on it, but I was moving pretty quickly through crowds because, you know, I didn't want to spend a lot of time in crowded spaces. That said, in the past when I have made the offer, people take them. It is what it is. But I'm not going to the show out of altruism, of course. I'm going because I want to hear the music. The same reason anybody else goes to a show. I haven't been to many concerts since 2020 and never in my life.
How embarrassing to admit that you go to a Taylor Swift concert for the music.
I want to hear the music, the same reason anybody else goes to a show. I haven't been to many concerts since 2020, and never in my life have I been to a show of this scale. So while I do go more places for my job as a photographer than a lot of chronically ill people are able to do right now, as this pandemic yet...
They just 36 seconds in, there's so much nonsense. First of all, chronically ill. This woman claims to be chronically ill. And I'm always suspicious of this because that's a thing that exists, right? But usually on the internet, when people say they're chronically ill, what they really mean is they're fat and they get out of breath when they walk too fast. Which is, I don't think that counts as chronically ill. Or they're chronically ill because I just can't go anywhere without my support animal, Sparky. Or it's some made up thing. Well, I have, what do they call it? Like, I've got a, what the hell do they call it? The familial big boneness. Oh, your whole family is fat, so you're fat. Wow, chronic illness. Wow, amazing.
Yet again, surges this time unabated. I definitely had a lot less information going into this than, say, some of my workspaces. And since I'm going alone, I have to be ready to handle not only airborne mitigation on my own, but also any of my usual chronic illness symptoms that may come up. So as I go over in my What's in My Bag video, I would
love to know what these chronic illnesses are because I guarantee you one of them is social anxiety.
used Lear xylitol nasal spray, as well as kept the PORE, P-O-R-E, personal HEPA filter close at hand, on top of the usual face mask, which, as you can see, I accounted for in my makeup routine. I like to go really hard on the eye makeup because no one's gonna see anything below it. If you're unfamiliar with Taylor Swift, I'm channeling her Lover album for this makeup and outfit. I chose earrings on the smaller side that would minimally interfere with my mask. I figured I was gonna be really sweaty, so I just pulled my bangs back. As a fellow Sagittarius, we're doing an homage to the archer with the necklaces, and as you can see, I nailed it on the location of the heart. It doesn't interfere with my mask at all. Alright.
Oh my god. Ah, this is brutal. We're only a minute 15 into this out of 3 minutes and 48 seconds. This kind of cracks me up. Hang on.
Because no one's going to see anything below it. If you're unfamiliar with Taylor Swift, I'm channeling her Lover album for this makeup and outfit. I chose earrings on the smaller side that would minimally interfere with my mask. I figured I was going to be really sweaty, so I just pulled my bangs back. As a fellow Sagittarius, we're doing an homage to the archer with the necklaces, and as you can see, I nailed it on the location of the heart.
So I don't know if anybody's going to understand what I'm about to say here, because I'm a crazy person, and we all know that, so it's all right. Is that so? She had to bring up she's a Sagittarius, and she's homage to the archer on her necklace there. Again, I'm a crazy person, but as soon as when I heard this, right, I just immediately thought, this is what happens when you take a low IQ woman and devoid her from all religion. Like when you remove God and she still needs something. She needs something to attach to. And so her religion is COVID and the astrology signs or whatever the hell. You know what I mean? Is like this is somebody that is clearly meant to just be a follower. Has no thoughts of her own at all. And I guarantee you, if you followed any of her social media, she probably has things talking about, the evil Christians and how, she's an atheist and blah, blah, blah. I guarantee you. Or the typical spiritual but not religious nonsense. She is far crazier. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but that's like the first. Whenever I see anything like that, where someone actually has to like display their sign, their astrological sign, I always just immediately think, oh, you're an idiot who thinks that you're smart. I guarantee you this person probably rejects Christianity and the Bible and all that stuff, but is clearly worshiping in the exact same way, but worshiping false idols. I mean, that's all I think of. I generally, those are the thoughts that pop into my mind where I'm like, oh, wow. See, you're someone who actually really needs Jesus, because you will just follow any damn thing that comes across your path. Anything at all. As long as it's not God, you will follow it. I don't know. She probably believes in witchcraft and stuff too.
It doesn't interfere with my mask at all. All right, time to drive to the show. August 3rd was a beautiful day in LA. Here's the full fit check. Please ignore water from washing my hands on my dress. If you're wondering whether or not middle-aged men will still catcall you if you wear a mask, the answer is yes. So the first thing I...
Ah, jeez. So, should we take a poll on whether we think that she was catcalled by a middle-aged man while she was wearing a mask? As she claims. I'm sure probably a man said something to her at some point while she was out in the world. But catcall, I'm not so sure about that. I have my doubts.
Yes. So the first thing I did, which I did not get video of, was actually go to the restroom in the McDonald's across the street from where I parked. That way.
What in the ever-loving hell is this? What is this? Is this an air? Is this an air quality monitor? What is it called? That her finger is covering up part of it.
Across the street from where I parked. That way I could avoid lines at the stadium. Then I hopped.
AiraNet 4. Let's look this up. CO2 monitor. Says the perfect companion for indoor environments, allowing you to monitor CO2 levels, temperature, relative humidity, and atmospheric pressure. What? what is monitoring CO2 levels have to do with COVID? Or does this have something else to do with her chronic illnesses that she says she has? CO2 level as a proxy for ventilation quality. Oh. So she's using it because she assumes that if wrong account here. If it's a high CO2 level, then the ventilation probably isn't very good, which means you'll have an increased chance of getting COVID. Damn. That is a lot of crazy. She has a backpack full of masks and other whatever the hell this is. She's got her special filtered mask, and she has a CO2 monitor. Wow.
Across the street from where I parked. That way I could avoid lines at the stadium. Then I hopped on the shuttle to SoFi, which had all its windows closed until I opened them. When I got there, it was a bit of a walk to my entrance, but
it's so nice.
Genuinely could not have asked for better weather, including a breeze, which I...
Yeah, you miss so much because she just blows right through it. Here, watch this.
Then I hopped on the shuttle to SoFi, which had all its windows closed until I opened them.
Everything is a virtue signal and everything is insane. She just had to say that she got on the shuttle, and just side note, it had all its windows closed until she opened them. Wow, what a warrior. Making a difference.
When I got there, it was a bit of a walk to my entrance, but
it's so nice.
Genuinely could not have asked for better weather, including a breeze, which I took as a good sign, because when I researched SoFi's ventilation prior to getting my ticket, I found that it was literally designed to harness the ocean breeze. You actually cannot close parts of the stadium. This apparently angered football fans to the point of making headlines when they got soaked in the LA rain. Got there just as the openers were finishing to limit my time in crowds. This is me giving you the most eye of all time, because wow, I've never been in a place like this. These are the CO2 readings from inside the stadium. I'm gonna leave the sound on just so you can get an idea of like how much people are screaming around me. If you're new to the idea of measuring CO2 in a space, it's a tool we can use as a proxy for the amount of exhalation that is hanging.
Oh, see, I was right. I figured it out. Man, I'm smart.
In the air. Since I do not want to be infected, I want to avoid people's exhalation, which is also what keeping the air filter so close to me helps with. As you can see, none of these things really interfered with how much fun I had. Now, there were very few people wearing masks around me, but there was one. It was so loud I didn't even get her name, but I did give her a bracelet. I gave her Dancing with Our Masks On. She gave me Be Kind. As the night went on...
Wait a minute. Wait. Whoa.
With how much fun I had. Now, there were very few people wearing masks around me, but there was one. It was so loud I didn't even get her name, but I did give her a bracelet. I gave her...
So there's one other woman wearing a mask. And of course, this crazy lady that we're following here, she brings these bracelets to give to people. Hers says, Be Kind. And it just so happens that the only other woman in the place wearing a mask also brought bracelets to give out to people. No, that can't be true. That's what she said. So she said that she gave her this Be Kind bracelet. And then she gave me, or gave it as
Dancing with Our Masks On, she gave me Be Kind.
Gave her Be Kind? Wait, so she got the Be Kind bracelet, but she packed bracelets too in her bag. I'm confused. Is she just trying to make it sound like other people brought bracelets?
Now, there were very few people wearing masks around me, but there was one.
Blah, blah, blah.
As the night went...
Okay, I gotta...
There was
we gotta figure this out. So loud, I didn't even get her name, but I did give her a bracelet.
Her name, but I did give her a bracelet. Gave her Dancing with Our...
She gave me Be Kind. Okay, I'm really confused here.
Masks on.
It seems like these statements don't align with each other.
But I did give her a bracelet. Gave her Dancing with Our Masks On. She gave me Be Kind. As the night went on, the CO2 did get a little higher. Hold on.
Oh, I'm just a boomer. She's using internet Zoomer millennial speak. She gave me Be Kind. I get it. God, I hate it, but I get it. That's the vibe she gave. God, I freaking hate everything about this. We've destroyed all language.
Our masks on, she gave me "Be Kind." As the night went on, the CO2 did get a little higher. Hold on.
Oh,
secret's
no.
on break.
Secret song. Does she mean the encore song? Is that what she means by secret song? Oh, God. I hate it.
Can last longer on lower side. Surprisingly, CO2 was a little higher walking out and pretty high on the shuttle back to parking, but I waited to the last one, even though it was pretty late, just so it wasn't as crowded. So yeah, taking precautions on these nights is not necessarily the easy fun I wish it were, but is it doable? Yes. And might this have been safer than some of my literal jobs? Yep. At least from the CO2 data, that appears to be the situation. I'd never pretend it's easy to exist right now, but can it be done? What I can say is I've never gotten it and still tested negative now, so that's gotta count for something.
No. In fact, it doesn't. It doesn't have to count for anything. Because it doesn't. What did she say? How did she word it? It's hard to exist right now. Oh, God, we missed this part. What? She brought a... Is that a fan? Wait.
By the time I got to the midnight set, my air filter needed a little charge, which is no problem because it can charge with the same stuff that charges my phone. I had it on the highest setting.
She actually has a portable air filter that she kept on a lanyard next to her chest? Holy... These people can't be serious. What did the government do to the population by pushing this COVID insanity on everybody? Damn.
The whole time, a charge can last longer on lower side. Surprisingly, CO2 was a little higher walking out and pretty high on the shuttle back to parking, but I waited to the last one, even though...
How deluded do you have to be to think carrying a portable air filter the size of like a Bluetooth speaker and just hanging it around your neck is going to filter the air around your person in any meaningful way? Oh, shit. Wow. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Libs of TikTok. Now that I've eased you into the transition for the new Tuesday format, we have 4 Twitter accounts here that I've pulled up. And then we will vote on who is the best Totally Tubular Tuesday winner. I got to come up with a new name for it. I don't know what it's going to be called yet. But first up, we have a fantastic account called Delusional Takes, which has a picture of Clint Eastwood from Gran Torino as its header. And that's great if you ask me. All right, Delusional Take number 1. Imagine a Barbie movie where Barbies sexually harass, rape, abuse, and murder Kens? What? Then get away with it. In other words, imagine if Barbies behaved like men do. Can you believe that there's people like this in the world? This guy, I bet you whoever this person is in real life, this is also one of those people who says things like, if only women had as many rights as guns do in this country. Holy shit, this person got paid almost $7,000 from Twitter? Well, that kind of pisses me off. I don't even know what this one is, so I'm just going to skip it. Quit. You can't retweet other gimmick accounts and act like you're posting something. Okay. Downside to be attracted to rodents is it's not a very common love in the zoo community. What? So I don't share the images / videos I have of my babies as often. I'm not sure if that should be on delusional takes or if that should be on please call the psychiatric ward immediately. Jesus Christ. Fun fact, Ukraine. A water balloon filled with $1 of paint thrown at the periscopes can disable a tank as fast as a $150,000 javelin missile. Please do have fun. I love the Ukraine armchair warriors, keyboard warriors on Twitter. I've seen a lot of these things over the last year and a half or whatever of people who've been like, here's my advice on how to do it. Dude, what? Yeah, all you have to do is get close enough to a tank to throw a balloon full of paint at it. This is evidence that maybe we have had it too good for too long in the West. But somebody actually thought of this and then tweeted it. And got over 2,000 likes on it. We have our Rapunzel. A live-action remake of Tangled is reported in the works at Disney. I don't know who this person is, but it would not surprise me at all if this was the new Rapunzel. How do I change my Amber Alert settings to colored kids only? You gotta love the, just how overtly racist anyone who isn't white is nowadays. I'm assuming what this person is saying based off of their picture and Key being the name, Kee, is this is a black woman who doesn't like having to see white kids reported on Amber Alerts. It's annoying, man. It really is. We should be happy when veterans off themselves. And the username is Nuke America. You know, it's like I think we've had it too good for too long in the West. I think we are overdue for some hardships. Rewatched Aladdin, a thread about everything wrong with the movie and how it harms Arabs, especially Arab women. I need to see this amazing breakdown. Where is the link to this thread? No one actually posted the link to the thread. Well, I'm disappointed. Whatever. Better a pedo than a homophobe? The LGBTQ community, ladies and gentlemen. Good God. Andrea Hines? Is that the heir to the Hines Corporation? Isn't that the name? I'm pretty sure. Okay, but I'm being totally honest. Sometimes in these situations, I wonder... Okay, what was the situation? Guy tries to assault a woman in a subway full of dudes. Okay, so I assume this was probably a guy tries... Yeah, so and the men on the subway don't allow it. So let's hear the great take. The delusional take, if you will. Okay, but if I'm being totally honest, sometimes in these situations, I wonder if the men truly care this strongly about women's safety, or if they're simply taking advantage of the opportunity to participate in socially acceptable violence. The internet has been a disaster for the human race. I wish Ted Kaczynski was still alive so that we could all collectively give him a pat on the back and say, sorry, bro. You were right on the money with this. That was our bad. What a delusional thing to say. It's both, lady. It's both. We care about women's safety and we love taking advantage of the opportunity to participate in socially acceptable violence. It's both. I mean, all jokes aside, it's not that it's about taking advantage of the opportunity to participate in socially acceptable violence. It's that men generally are more aggressive and violent than women are in the first place. So if it's required in a social situation, then yes, a man is very likely, well, unfortunately not anymore, but men used to be very likely to jump at the chance to use their ability to save somebody else. I mean, what what a bizarre world we live in. What this woman just described is what we just used to call, chivalry, men being men. Just, wow. Did that guy? Whoa. Did he just try to protect somebody? Man, what a sexist misogynist who's simply trying to take advantage of the opportunity to participate in socially acceptable violence. Wow. Damn, this guy loves bragging about his freaking money. What is this? A black woman trying to have makeup to make her look Asian and then has the black sun in the background? I have no idea what's going on here. There's the Ukraine thing again. Due to being a NEET for most of my life, my skin has not seen the sun in years. This is how I achieved a beautiful pale complexion akin to a Victorian girl? Huh? Oh no, Vic, don't you? I mean, you know that they started calling Batman a fascist a long time ago. A fascist agent protecting capitalism. Oh, they got rid of Batman from the leftist narrative a long time ago. So I don't even understand what this one is. Because this is the internet and this weird picture, I'm gonna assume a trans person posted this. This is the internet. It's really the only conclusion I can come to. So let's see the original post. Hassan receiving backlash for his take on the 60-year-old local vendor who got ransacked during the Kai Senate fan meetup. Oh yeah, those totally peaceful gathering of young people in New York over the weekend. Seeing lots of people complaining about a worker. Why is worker in quotes? Seeing a lot of people complaining about a worker losing livelihood. We really have lost all ability to recognize things as they are as a culture. Oh, the poor licensed petty bourgeoisie or bourgeois will just have to file an insurance claim. Boo effing who? The lack of this self-awareness here is so lacking. This has to be from a troll account. This is over the top even for internet socialists. We really have lost all ability to recognize things as they are as a culture. And then proceeds to put worker in quotes, implying that he's not a worker. And that it doesn't matter that he was violently assaulted and had his store ransacked because of insurance. Yes, I do believe this belongs on Delusional Takes. Just saw Oppenheimer, an in-depth character exploration of the people who built the atomic bomb, a weapon of mass destruction that killed 250,000 Japanese civilians. Film is 3 hours long and features 0 Japanese people. Well, no shit. Readers, added context. The film Oppenheimer is a biographical drama based entirely on the life of the physicist Robert Oppenheimer. There are no records of him ever meeting a Japanese person, so it would not make sense to create such scene as the project is a biopic, not a work of fiction. Yeah. The internet has been a disaster for the intellectual development of the human race. Film is 3 hours long and features 0 Japanese people. Yeah, wow. I wonder, wow, why could, that's just crazy. Does the movie even, I haven't seen it, does the movie even go up through the bomb actually being dropped in Japan? I don't know. I'll see it, but I'll have to wait till I can stream it or something. Oh, here's that clip from Hassan Piker where that person was saying that he thinks it's delusional to assume that someone shouldn't be assaulted at their place of work. Yeah, this guy. My girlfriend, 22, watched Barbie movie and said that there are things that I, 24, need to change. Damn. If that happened to me, I'd say, oh, really? You went and saw Barbie with your girlfriends and now you think that we need to talk about how I need to change? Well, I'm going to start right now. Don't ever talk to me again. This relationship is over. If seeing the movie Barbie makes you reevaluate your relationship, this is not the kind of relationship I thought we were in. And you are delusional. All right, let's see what it says. She watched it with her female friend first. She told me that she enjoyed it but didn't comment much more about it. Today she told me that the movie opened her eyes and that we must watch it together this time because there are things that I need to change. Good God. If we want to keep being a couple, can a movie really make you question your relationship with a person? Oh, specifically a Barbie movie? I will watch the movie with her and listen to what she has to say. Of course, it just that it caught me off guard. You're doing the absolute wrong thing, brother. You should not go see this movie with her, and you should not hear her out. You go, wow, the Barbie movie, huh? Made you feel that we had to work on our relationship? Well, let me fix this problem for you. We are no longer together. I mean, is it possible? He says, can a movie really make you question your relationship with a person? Sure. But it has to be like a good movie. Not Barbie. Not a piece of garbage. Like maybe if you didn't know that Nazis were bad and you went and you just watched Schindler's List and you realize that the person you're with has a swastika tattooed on their arm and you're like, wow, I had no idea. Then sure, that would be a case of a film making you evaluate a relationship with a human being. But anything else, I don't think so. All right. Human trafficking is mostly an American myth. Let me guess, this person was not a fan of Sound of Freedom. In other places of the world, sex work is legal, licensed, regulated, and taxed. You know, I'm glad these are all on delusional takes because that's exactly what I would categorize them as. Human trafficking is mostly an American myth. Somebody needs to find out who's behind this account and needs to have them investigated. There is some very suspicious behavior, I would assume, attached to a statement like this. I would have to assume. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that account was called Delusional Takes. And dear God, I have to say, there was some quite delusional takes. My favorite was either the Miss Hines saying that men only protect women because of their desire to be violent. Or the Barbie movie one. Those are probably my two favorites. Up next, one that is sure, absolutely sure to be a crowd pleaser. Woke preacher clips. Again, another way for us to feel like we're not really leaving TikTok. Progressive clergy, woke preachers. That time a church in NYC did communion with Skittles and iced tea in memory of Trayvon Martin.
See Jesus.
Before we even watch this clip, I just have to point out, in any other context, if you were talking about a black person and you asked them if they wanted Skittles and iced tea, they would say that you're being racist somehow. But in this context, it can literally replace communion. This is going to be brutal. And look, this is exactly the kind of guy you would expect to be behind this. Who the hell? This is a church. Who is this clown with the hoodie, the terrible haircut? I mean, good Lord.
God was with Trayvon in the moment of his crucifixion. It is in the face of Trayvon dying on a sidewalk that we see Jesus dying on a cross.
Come down the center aisle and we'll take the bread and the cup by...
Oh, man. God was with Trayvon in the moment of his crucifixion.
It is in the face of Trayvon dying on a sidewalk that we see Jesus dying on a cross.
Come down the center aisle and we'll take the bread and the cup by intinction. And tonight we especially remember Trayvon's last meal, Skittles and iced tea.
Oh my God.
There's a spoon and there are cups. Won't you come?
We're going towards a world where a black teenager buying snacks at a convenience store is not viewed as any more dangerous in a hood than I am right now.
A historic church in Manhattan was gutted by a massive fire this morning. Flames could be seen shooting through the roof before dawn at the Middle Collegiate.
I did not see that ending coming. Holy crap. Yeah, what a jackass. Look at this guy. No wonder this happened.
Is not viewed as any more dangerous in a
Apparently
hood
God
than I
struck
am
him
right
down.
now.
A historic church in Manhattan was gutted by a massive fire this morning. Flames could be seen shooting through the roof before dawn at the Middle Collegiate Church in the East Village, leaving only the church's stone facade intact.
God was with Trayvon.
Man, that reminds me of the that's just as hilarious as when that George Floyd mural was struck by lightning the day that it was finished in a bright blue sky day, no clouds in sight. It was like painted on the side of a church or something, and then it was struck by lightning right after it was finished. Fantastic.
Move, help me, Holy Ghost.
Detroit pastor says Donald Trump is sending code messages to those that attacked the Capitol on January 6th to prime them to do some more violence in America so he can become king. Dude, I am in, brother. Preach it, brother.
Help me, Holy Ghost. something from the Godfather. If you come for me, I'm coming for you. And that's just some cold language. Help me, Holy Ghost. It's not just to say I'm coming after the prosecutor, Jack Smith. He's sending cold messages, CJ, to those that attacked the Capitol on January 6th, that I'm ready, they're coming for me, so I need you to now go for them. That's what it's all about, Betty. He's trying to send cold, just like he told Proud Boys, stand back and stand by. He's now sending cold language that says, if they come for me, I'm coming for you. Really saying, get prepared, because they're coming for me. I need you all to be prepared to do some more violence in America.
Oh, yeah, because we know the overwhelming amount of violence that has been seen in the United States since Donald Trump was inaugurated in his first term. Predominantly far-right, neo-Nazi, Trump-supporting conservatives. That's where all the violence has been coming from. Get out of here.
Wake up, America, and see what is happening. Wake up, America, and see that he is trying to take us back to an authoritarian type of system. Wake up, America, he's trying to become
the man that was so authoritarian he wouldn't send in the National Guard to help cities that were literally being burnt to the ground by Black Lives Matter riots and Antifa because the governors didn't want him to. Wow, what an authoritarian. That's crazy. Let's see, it keeps going. The speaker is Kenneth James Flowers of Greater New Mount Moriah Baptist Church. This was part of a much longer rant about Trump that served as the kickoff for his sermon this Sunday.
The Holy Ghost that hath breath, praise the Lord. Praise ye the Lord. I want to talk this morning from the subject, an attitude of praise. An attitude of praise. This week on Thursday, I believe it was, there's been so many indictments that I'm losing track. Help me, Holy Ghost. But I believe it was Thursday of this week when former occupant, I won't even say president, former occupant of the White House.
Oh, he still refutes that Donald Trump even was the rightful president, huh? So he's an OG Democrat, man. He hasn't the update that you're not supposed to question elections. He's still going off of the 2016 script. He got in because of Russia. Meddled in the election. Illegitimate president Donald Trump
Did his third perp walk, in which he was indicted.
Oh yeah, perp walk.
For the third time on charges that are felonies. It has caused this country to be torn asunder.
Just out of curiosity, if this was your church, I mean, clearly you don't really care about going to church, right? I mean, like if this is your church, what is the difference between this and staying home and turning on MSNBC? What's the difference? Genuine question. If you go to church and the preacher is only talking about Donald Trump's indictment and his perp walk, the illegitimate president, Donald J. Trump, why not watch Rachel Maddow on MSNBC? Why even go? You can just, okay, all you have to do, go onto YouTube, pull up, I'm sure you could just search hour and a half church organ instrumental. Find that, start playing it on your phone, and then put MSNBC on your TV, and bam, there you go. You're at church. You got it. We don't need to hear any more of this guy. I'm done with this guy. Man, a lot of people had stuff to say about the Trayvon Martin one, huh? Creation care is simply a species is simply a species of biblical social justice. Douglas Moo. I don't understand any part of this sentence. Creation care is simply a species of biblical social justice. Well, I am intrigued.
Look at the comparison of the GDP. Miami
Again, if you walk into your church and the pastor's talking about the GDP in any context, come on, what is going on? This is not church. I didn't go to church to hear about the GDP.
Look at the comparison of the GDP. Miami can afford to build seawalls, to elevate their highways, as they're already doing because of the effects of the rising sea are being felt in Miami and other coastal.
Wait, this guy thinks that the effects of rising seas are being felt in Miami right now? You can't be serious. No one thinks that. No, but dude, come on.
They can afford to do that. Look at their GDP. Look at the GDP of people in Bangladesh. They can't afford to do these kinds of things. At a certain point, again, creation care is simply a species of biblical social justice. Look at the comparison of the.
Is he trying to say that caring about climate change is actually creation care, meaning that we're supposed to take care of God's creation, so we need to care about climate change? And Florida has more GDP than who did he say? Some other third world nation. So climate change, we need creation care to combat climate change, but Florida is able to build walls to stop the rising sea levels because their GDP is higher than that of third world nations, which somehow, I don't know. That's as far as I could go with it. I don't know what we're talking about. Maybe we can get a further explanation. Wider context, this is from a lecture Moo gave at Denver's seminar this June called The Gospel Initiative, Evangelicals and Creation Care. Moo says Christians have an obligation to engage environmentalism to love their neighbors. Yeah, I'm not going to listen to that. The idolatry of leaving an inheritance to your children's children?
Opportunity. We have an amazing Great Commission opportunity here in the United States. Christians right now. There was a book called Inheritolatry. It's a book by James Wise. And the book is about estate planning.
I'm not listening to you.
As a hyperbolic person, I think I am.
The hosts of the InterVarsity Press podcast, Truth's Table, think January 6th was literally a civil war, and it will flare up again nationwide if student loan debts are canceled. What? What does this have to do with woke preachers, by the way? Are these women supposed to be preachers? I don't know.
It's one of the things, honestly, that irritates me about you guys that cruise in 10 minutes late or leave 5 minutes before we dismiss. It's not that I'm mad that you're missing part of the service. It's that you treat church like a religious show instead of a welcoming family that you're a part of. When people say that the church is unfriendly and it feels like a big production, you're the problem. And
I don't even get what he's trying to talk about here. Oh, okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Well, I can tell you why that is, and most people here probably can too. I got shadow banned pretty early on, and the channel's already been deleted once before. It's just it's the YouTube world we live in. Summit Church production pastor, when we started looking at this new $35 million building, our top priority was a top-down professional broadcasting facility. Wait, what? So, this must be from the same guy that was saying, quit looking at church as a production?
Number one priority. Justin Manny, I'm the production pastor at the Summit Church in Durham, North Carolina. We have 12 campuses, and my role is to be oversight of production at all of those locations. As we started looking through the process, we'd had a couple of not great experiences, and so we wanted someone who would kind of listen more to what we're trying to do, as opposed to just hey, here's a lot of great stuff. So as we started looking at this building and this space, our number one priority was a top-down.
Oh my God, everything in this video, this looks like hell on earth. If your church looks like this, I'm sorry to have to tell you, it's not a church. You need to get the hell out of there.
Professional broadcasting type facility. So
good
everything
Lord.
else that we've had before is piecemealed together, old abandoned warehouses that we've renovated and fixed up. And so for us to build a building that was designed from the ground up, for us to create good video content for all of our, we have 9 campuses in the Triangle that stream to our live services. And so we wanted to make sure that we had good quality video that we could send. I really like what we've landed on with CSD. I feel like they did a great job of listening to kind of what our vision for the space was. And,
man, this is painful. Oh, God awful. No, Taylor Swift. Wow. This woke preacher clip channel posts a lot of things that don't seem to be related to woke preachers. And then just reposts things a lot too. That's a bummer.
Didn't actually resurrect in the body. Well, we need a response to this, that everyone's believing in Marcion, saying that Jesus didn't actually resurrect in the body. Well, how can we disprove that? Well, let's add a verse that says Jesus, his apostles were like, oh, it's a ghost. And he's like, no, let me show you, I'm not a ghost. Tell this to Marcion. Well, we need...
Planning to have... I was in the LGBT community for 16 years. I was planning to have breast removal surgery. I had been taking testosterone for 2 years. And after I started transitioning, I'm still depressed, I'm still suicidal, I'm still struggling. I started looking for answers. This is not what I thought it was going to be.
This is not a very good account, I'm not going to lie. The YouTube channel is much better.
Question, I want to ask a really fundamental question. How do we free ourselves from the culture wars? How do you know if you're trapped in the culture wars? Especially as it relates to sexuality and our larger culture. And so I want to offer a few kind of signs that you know you're trapped in the culture war. The first sign to get a sense as to whether you're trapped or not is this. We carry a God is with us, but not with them impulse. God is with us, but not with them impulse. One of the most dangerous things to presume is who God is with and who God is not with.
What would you say to folks who think that they're being reasonable by saying, why can't children just wait till they're 18?
Adolescence is hard and puberty is hard.
Why did this switch to that clip? Oh, this was something they actually wanted to put this in there, huh? So this was from the church, I guess.
Who God is not with.
What would you say to folks who think that they're being reasonable by saying, why can't children just wait till they're 18?
Adolescence is hard and puberty is hard. What if you're going through the wrong puberty? What if you inside feel that you are female, but now you're going through a male puberty?
What? Florida pastor says he was a speaker at another church whose leader told him not to mention the model nuclear family because his top givers are a lesbian couple. You're either going to be held hostage by society and by the new norms, or you're going to stand for Jesus. Okay, stand up for Jesus. That one's not a woke one.
MIT and Norbert Wiener and all these.
Oh, this is 13 minutes. I'm not watching that. Well, I was hoping for more clips. I followed their YouTube channel a long time ago. There's some pretty good stuff on there. Kelly Rosati, a National Association of Evangelicals board member, calls pro-life Christians' opposition to state-run welfare useless, unscriptural, and madness. You're telling me a female preacher in the church is crazy? I am shocked.
When a pregnant, scared, poor woman and girl is experiencing an unexpected pregnancy, what does she need? She needs what we all need. She needs a place to live. She needs health care. She needs transportation. And folks, this cannot all be done through the church. So the old line from the 1980s of this is all just the church's responsibility, not the government's, is so old school. It's so binary. It's so useless.
This woman is literally preaching worship of the state in a church. What the?
It's so unscriptural. I don't know where we got it from that acts like it's the Trinity or something. It's madness. When a
Damn. Well, if you ever wondered, should women be leaders in the church or not? I mean, we don't really know exactly. Just show them this and say, well, how do you feel now? Wow. Oh, sweet. We've got more.
Then I want to get into the public sphere. It's wonderful. As a pregnancy center, as a church, it is essential to do what is being done. But all of those people will tell you, they'll be the first to tell you, it is not enough. When a pregnant, scared, poor woman and girl is experiencing an unexpected pregnancy.
Oh, this is the extended clip, I guess.
It's so unscriptural. I don't know where we got it from that acts like it's the Trinity or something. It's madness. There's nothing in the Bible that says we can't be people who support health care for those who don't have it. Folks, people without health care suffer and die prematurely. Isn't that a pro-life issue? No, you don't have to like the way I think it should be accomplished, and I don't have to like the way you think it should be accomplished, and we can debate single payer and high-risk pools and all the rest, but the bottom line is people being able to get...
How does she think people did anything before government subsidies and before modern medicine? I mean, what a bizarre... This woman is crazy.
Says we can't be people who suffer and die prematurely. Isn't that a pro-life issue? No, you don't have to like the way I think it should be accomplished, and I don't have to like the way you think it should be accomplished.
You know that you're not actually in a church when they start using relativist language like this. I don't have to like how you do it. We all have our different... That's not how this works. That is definitely not how this works.
Accomplished, and we can debate single payer and high-risk pools and all the rest, but the bottom line is people being able to get that care is a core sanctity of life issue.
What a crazy lady.
News in red states where they're going to come up with very restrictive laws on abortion, where they're going to provide legal protection for unborn children as they deserve. Those states are the worst in also providing the necessary support for the moms and the babies. So for those of us in those states and with those influences and with those relationships, we can be the people who say, we are for protecting that child and supporting that mom and that baby. And so
this is not a church. This is This is a Democrat TED Talk stage. I mean, damn. This woman is one step away from burning the church to the ground if the government told her to do so. Because I don't have to agree with how you go about it, man. You know, like maybe, I mean, as long as they're getting the right things done, it's all relative, you know, as long as it's getting done somehow. I mean, the church isn't really good at any of this stuff anyway. So, I mean, the government's here. What do we need God for anyway?
So for me, I want to just plant a flag.
And just how pro LGBTQ do you think she is? On a scale of 1 to 10, how pro LGBTQ is this fat lady?
And say, let us be people that never advocate for abortion restrictions without an accompanying paid family leave support. Again, we can tinker around the edges with how you want it to look and what it should look like. But folks, can't we agree that
Classic Democrat move too. Classic leftist move too. Well, I mean, we can mess within this new system. We can change it a little so that everyone ends up happy with it. But we do have to agree that this is the way it needs to be. It's the same kind of logic that said, no one forced you to get the vaccine. I mean, no one forced you to. Oh, I definitely felt pretty forced. No, I mean, it's just that we all agreed that the best course of action for everybody was that everyone got vaccinated. And if you didn't want to get vaccinated, you lost your job and could potentially end up in prison depending on where you lived. But no one actually forced you to do it.
that we should be the people who don't send a mama back to work from her baby?
Oh my God, this woman.
After that baby's been born? It's barbaric.
Barbaric.
Let's be honest. And
barbaric.
So let's be the people who champion that. Let's have the world see that is what the love of Jesus can look like.
Oh my gosh, I cannot stand these people who act like the world started 5 minutes ago. That's barbaric. Why? You know what? What, ma'am? Why stop at whatever she said, 2 weeks paid leave or whatever? Why stop there? Why not just pay them indefinitely forever and give them a free home? Why not? It's very classist of you to assume that they have to stay stuck in this thing and keep working for the state like a cog in the capitalist machine. I mean, jeez. Shouldn't they be allowed to have a mansion and $2 million a year? Yeah. Don't be barbaric. Because the world started 5 minutes ago, and this is the standard, I guess. Oh, what a crazy lady! I'm gonna bookmark this one. I'll have to go find her full. Oh man, there's a lot of clips there. Oh, and there's the source. There we go. Giving the state the role and authority of a household father is not Christian. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was woke preacher clips. Now on to what I foresee being a wild ride. Single moms posting L's. Now, there was several other accounts of the posting L's variety that I was thinking of adding instead of this one, but then I realized that I couldn't use them on YouTube because I would be too racist. By YouTube standards, I would be racist. Black people posting L's, it's you can't go across that on Twitter. Though this profile picture, that might get me in trouble on YouTube. I'm not sure. Oh, this ought to be good. My boyfriend is delusional. Venting, advice, welcome. Well, let's find out if advice is really going to be welcome here. I'm a 26-year-old single mom. Been a single mom for almost 6 years now. My boyfriend isn't the father of my 2 kids, but he's, quote, trying, quote unquote, trying. What a bitch-a-rooney dooney right off the bat for putting trying in quotes. But before we finish that, the next super chat. Thank you, sir. Slowly but surely marching to that new revolver. Super chat jukebox. Activate.
It's crazy. I've never seen a stupid in my life. Woke. You know what woke means? It means you're a loser. Woke. Everything woke turns to shit.
I think that was timed quite well, I think, actually. It fits the theme, but I guess that always kind of fits the theme. Okay. 26-year-old single mom. Been a single mom for almost 6 years now. My boyfriend isn't the father of my 2 kids, but he's, quote unquote, trying. God, that drives me nuts. To step up and be a stepfather. But he doesn't know what he's doing, and he's judges. He judges my parenting skills. I'm judging your grammar and writing skills. He judges my parenting skills like I haven't been doing this all by myself before I got with him. Well, first of all, wow. So many things just in this short before we even finish this. I got to tell you, I will never defer to a single mother of 2 kids for parenting advice, ever. Under any circumstances. I won't. This is like when someone who's been divorced 3 times wants to give marriage advice. No, I'm sorry. A track record of failure is not a platform for you to give advice on how to succeed. Well, my children biological father oh my God, this is written so terribly. My children's biological father apologizes for all the mess up. Oh my God. All right, I'm just going to read this as it's written, and I'm probably going to have a stroke while I'm doing it. Well, my children biology father apologized for all the mess up things he's done and not being there for the kids. And I was like, okay, I can give him another chance to have a relationship with his kids. My boyfriend didn't like that and said I was being disloyal and disrespectful towards him. He just wants me to cut all ties with my children's father, and I can't do that. He's my kid's father. They deserve to have a relationship with their dad. Well, I guess I agree with that last part. I mean, I'd have to know what kind of person this is, because if he's a total ass clown, like it sounds like he is, then he probably shouldn't be around your kids, but in principle, sure. It sounds to me like the boyfriend is more concerned that this woman's a hoe and probably will sleep with the father of the kids. Again. Which in the first... She doesn't even respect this guy for trying to be a stepdad. Run away from the... 2 kids, single mom at 26. There's red flags there, brother. You gotta run. Gotta run from that. Gotta get out of there. A doomed relationship. A baby. I hope all is well. Can you let me know what your plan is? The hearing is less than 2 weeks away. So it says can't pay the lawyer. Do you need me for this hearing still? Unfortunately, I'm not going to have the funds to pay your fee. I am a single mother of 3 kids and out of work at the moment. I apologize for the late response. I have tried everything to try and come up with the money for you to help me. I apologize for the late response. I have a lot of personal issues going on and I really need a lawyer, but no one wants to help a single mother with no money. How much do you have to cover it? I have $250, maybe $300 to my name. I'm dealing with a lot right now and I feel like I can't get a break. Well, I'd like some context. I guess. I mean, there's definitely some L's going on here. Well, I'm not sure which one is which. I'm just going to say I'll pass that meme. outspoken, independent woman looking for a man who can complement and enhance my life. I will not change the essence of God. I can already tell that this is going to hit me too hard because I've been using dating apps, and it's mostly just god awful women who are overweight with 6 kids who have 4 different dads. But anyway, I will not change the essence of who I am to please. Oh, well, right off the bat, this is going great. I will stand firm in my boundaries. I require respect, loyalty, trust, communication, reciprocity, attention, patience, and affection. Jeez. Touch and words of affirmation are my love languages. So if you aren't capable of loving me the way that I need, please just move on. Currently 31.5 weeks pregnant with 3 other kids. 4 kids. Yes, your love language is definitely touch and affirmation. All right, this is going to be good. This year, I divorced my husband of 4 years after he found out I was cheating on him with someone at work. He allowed the divorce to move smoothly because he loved me. May I admit that he is a very good man, and the reason why I lost interest is because he was good to me. All women are like that. We all want to be loved, but when we get a man who loves us, we stop wanting to be loved. All women are like that, huh? I found myself so in love with the other man because our relationship was exciting, risky, and unpredictable. I left my marriage with a secret. My ex-husband did not know that our daughter of 2 years is not biologically his. Man, that's a lot of information in a short amount of time. I am ashamed to admit that she belongs to the very man I left my marriage for, and both men do not know the secret. I am pregnant again, but it is complicated. I have been sleeping with my ex-husband, and we fixed things. I love him, and he makes me feel safe. I had to leave that other relationship, and now I'm back with my ex-husband. He forgave me, and we are happily building our marriage. I would say rebuilding the marriage. Everything is so perfect. The only complication is that I am 1.5 months pregnant with my ex-husband is so excited. He does not know that he is not the biological father yet again. I made an honest mistake, and I love my ex-husband. Things are going so well, and I can't afford to lose him again. He is my soulmate. What should I do? Damn. There's nothing you can do. You are a lost cause. There's nothing anyone could do. Jeez. Oh, I've seen this meme before. Gift for that single boy mom in your life. Stephanie, 28 or 27. I'm 27 and a mum to, must be British, to 6 children who currently don't stay with me. I'm looking for a guy that I can trust, has children / would like children. Wait, she wants more children? Has a car, lives in Exeter, Yaleville, Sherbert. It's one of those stupid countries. I'm clicking the wrong thing here. I'm looking for a long-term relationship marriage. Guy has to be age 18 and over and accept the fact that I'm currently pregnant by my ex looking to get married. Jeez. And I can confirm there's a lot of this out there in the dating app world. Single moms on Facebook. My kids are my world and always come first. I'm into this already. Guess who's moving? You. Rent is due on the 1st of the month, not whenever. I have sent you several letters and you have ignored all of them. Eviction has been filed and additional fees, $330 has been added. Bring in your outstanding balance or your keys. This is not a free. How is this a single mom posting L's? But it is pretty funny. I'll give him that. It's too hot to cook. Someone buy us dinner tonight. I can repay you when I get paid or a few other ways. LMAO. I'm not going to state the obvious because I'm definitely an attention seeker and I'm feeling low lately. Pregnancy hormones have me in the field. I can't. Man, this is I think this might be more brutal than TikTok Tuesday. Just scrolling through this, single moms posting else. I swear to God, I thought NBA players were nice guys. What on earth would make you think that? Wait, so I guess she's implying she got pregnant by an NBA player and now he's not dad of the year? I am shocked. Anyone wanting to raise someone else's LGBTQ child? Looking for a stable man who has a sense of his life put together and is ready to step into a insta-dad situation. Must love kids and pets, love to read not only books for yourself but to the kids. Must be an ally for the LGBTQ community and be okay having kids in the LGBTQ community. Someone that is willing to go to therapy together when things get tough. Love to travel and enjoy a good meal out. Must love cuddling and an eclectic taste in music and TV shows. Kids are special needs. Damn. This is brutal. Wow. All right, Reddit. Let's see what you got. Boyfriend proposed. I said yes, but I have worries. I'm 28 and a single mother to a 6-year-old son. My boyfriend recently proposed and I said yes, but I'm worried I may be settling. What is with these women? God. I need to find a man who's willing to step up and take care of me and the kids. And no nonsense. He needs to be a true man. Finds one. Well, now I'm worried that I'm settling. I'm sorry, but clearly no one ever told you beggars can't be choosers. I met my boyfriend on OkCupid 2 years ago after a string of terrible dates. All I could find were men who just wanted sex or didn't truly understand the compromises needed to date a single mom. Jeez. My boyfriend is a kind, sweet, thoughtful man and has embraced my son as if he was his... See? This is what I'm saying. I need to find a strong man who's willing to step up and be a dad. Finds man who's strong and willing to step up. Now I'm not so sure. I don't think I'm settling. He showed my son how to ride a bike, takes him to football camp. My boyfriend is more involved in my son's life than his own father. Dude, this guy is freaking badass. He needs to run for the hills. When my boyfriend asked me out, he wasn't really my type. He's only slightly taller than me. I'm 5'8". The bulk of what he wears is jeans and t-shirts. Well, what the hell else is he supposed to wear? And I have to constantly tell him to go get his hair cut. He cleans up well, but his laissez-faire attitude towards grooming is a turnoff and does not affect our sex life. I'd like to know, what she means by this. Because she's making it sound like this guy is just disgusting. I guarantee you he just normally buzzes his head or something. And sometimes it gets longer than she would want. We share bills 50-50, and he doesn't really like to splurge on a nice dinner. Can't blame him for that. I hinted at wanting a romantic getaway, and he surprised us with a trip to Disney World. Dude, this guy, you do not deserve... This guy needs to run. Someone get this guy's phone number and tell him, get the hell out of here. Well, well-intentioned, I don't really feel special in our relationship. Oh my God. What has made women be like this? I can't help but worry that if we were to get married, that I would be settling for less than I want and deserve in a relationship. God, what a bitch. I don't want just comfortable, but romance and passion. Sometimes it feels like we are just really close roommates. I asked my dad, and he thinks I would be foolish to let him go. Yeah. Listen to Dad. Well, actually, you know what? You know what? You're right. This guy's not good enough for you. You should run away. I'm trying to do this guy a favor. If I did know this situation, I'd be telling you, yeah, you're right. You should totally. This guy sounds like an awesome dude. And she's going to treat him like shit if they get married. So actually, for his best, for his well-being, she should not get married to him. I could really use some advice from the women here, or if anyone had similar thoughts and overcame them. Yeah, what a terrible person. Just god awful. What has become of this world? Abstinence until marriage this time. Oh man, I can already tell this is something that I have come across while using Match.com. Michelle 43 liked you. God is number one in my life. I am abstinent until marriage. I have compromised vision in one of my eyes, so I'm unable to drive. I am an autism mom. I enjoy cooking healthy and being outdoors. I don't feel my age, and I want to enjoy life with someone of the same faith journey as me. Must love dogs and cats. I like to be upfront about everything so I don't waste anyone's time, vice versa. And then at the very bottom, has kids. What happened to the I like to be upfront about everything so I don't waste anyone's time? Oh, abstinent until marriage, has kids. My son asked me last night if I could wear my wedding rings from when I was married to his dad sometime. What? Okay. Interested in doing dinner sometime and catching up? Perhaps. I don't know. Okie dokie. We'll think about it and maybe we will. I need help. I'm out of gas and I have a job interview to go to tomorrow. I'm in Collinsville, stuck trying to get back to Tulsa to get my daughters from her grandma's. I'm in between jobs. My mom is not caring or trying to help me. They just criticize instead of helping me. Classic. Classic. Let's find one more good post and then we'll check out the last Twitter account and we'll have a vote and see who wins the first Totally Tubular Tuesday Twitter account of the week. No, I gotta think of another T. Totally Tubular Tuesday Twitter account of the I don't know, some other T word. Swimming. Anyone else find it super unfair that people have private swimming pools and don't share? Okay, I am invested already. I don't think people should be allowed to have their own closed-off heated pools in gorgeous backyards while the rest of us are stuck with nothing. I don't trust the beaches because the water won't be getting tested. It breaks my heart seeing my little ones upset because they can't go swimming, when all it would take is a few changes to the rules and we could go visit anyone's backyard pool instead of the algae beaches. I mean, I understand liability, but like, come on, let me and my kids enjoy your pool and I'll watch my kids as they swim. During a pandemic, this is about giving to those who don't have what you have. Oh man, we are so screwed. As a nation, as a people. Oh man, I don't know. It's you always want to have a knee-jerk reaction that says that whatever you're looking at is fake because it is so absurd. But I've seen so many things that I thought were fake and they turn out to be real. It's really hard to tell, man. It's really hard to tell. All right, moving on to the last Twitter account. Don't forget to like the stream if you have not. Check out the merch. Year 2 Pint Glass, Swamp Armory. Donate to the PayPal. I need a new revolver, you guys. That's I need it. It's not fair that how did this woman say it? I just think that during a pandemic, it's about giving to those who don't have what you have. And there's other people out there who have revolvers, and I don't have one right now. So it's just not fair. According to this woman. You mean like a like recording music or playing music? Because I'm gonna start doing Music Mondays where we record a song, like we did last Thursday, using AI to make some funny song. I'm gonna start doing that, once a week. That'll be fun. And then, I mean, I do the over the legal limit type streams, every so often, whenever I feel like doing it. I am going to start streaming on Saturday again, though, and doing the archive stream again. All right, on to one of the best accounts on Twitter, if you ask me. The End Wokeness account. Fighting, exposing, and mocking wokeness. One of the best headers, too, on Twitter. Yes, you are all wrong.
Gas.
I gotta check this out.
Hey, everybody. Mike Pence here. Remember $2 a gallon gas? I do. And then Joe Biden became president of the United States and launched his war on energy. Since that time, gasoline prices are up 60%. Electricity prices are up 25%. Joe Biden's war on energy is causing real hardship for working families, small businesses, and family farms. But we've got a plan to relieve all of that. We just unveiled the Pence Energy Plan that'll not only put our country back on a path to energy independence, but by 2040, we will reclaim America's role as the leading producer of energy in the world. Join us in the...
Yeah, you're annoying. Go away. Well, damn. I don't think I can show that on YouTube.
This is the place that they need to stay permanently. I hope we find them better shelter, but I'm very glad that they're here, and I'm glad that my neighbors have been here to welcome them. I don't think this is the...
New York liberals. Okay. Woman cries out for help as her bike is stolen in broad daylight. Oh, well, fantastic. Well, you know, you get what you vote for. Remote work gave them a reprieve from racism. You know, this is one of the benefits of the lockdowns that no one talks about. In 2021, just 3% of black white-collar knowledge workers I'm sorry, what? Black white-collar knowledge workers. Just say that out loud and tell me doesn't sound funny. Black white-collar knowledge workers. Okay. In 2021, just 3% of black white-collar knowledge workers wanted to return to full-time in-office work, compared to 21% of white ones, according to research from Future Forum, a project backed by instant messaging firm Slack. I'm just glad that they didn't have to experience racism. From CNN, amid a surge in crime in Oakland, California, police have advised residents to use air horns to alert neighbors to intruders and add security bars to their doors and windows. Oh, man. You can't be serious. That makes this meme make more sense. I scrolled past it. Police advise residents to use air horns to alert neighbors to intruders. Oh, jeez. Anything to not allow guns, you know? Whatever it takes to not allow guns. If you have to turn your apartment into a literal jail cell that has a panic button that just sets off a loud alarm that lets everyone else know that they're about to get screwed too, that's better than allowing people to protect themselves. It just keeps getting crazier. It already starts off crazy. Advise residents to use air horns, already absurd, to alert neighbors to intruders. And then it gets more absurd and add security bars to their doors and windows. Damn. CNN goes to Oakland, California and gets a brutal reality check about crime.
Often directed.
There's about 6 of them that comes in.
Welch's store was robbed just hours before we met him.
They went to our cash registers, and this is at my office. But you'll see they go in, they try to take a sledgehammer to it, tried to lift it, and he's going to figure out they aren't getting into that safe.
Welch says he loses 10% of his merchandise to theft. So common this year, he leaves his registers empty and open, tired of replacing them.
It's more brazen, sometimes more violent, I think, than what it used to be.
How long does it take for police to arrive?
45 minutes.
45 minutes. Is that typical?
That's probably fast.
I want to know. Frustration has spilled over in community.
I was streaming to Discord for a little while, but for the most part, everyone was just joining on YouTube, so I had stopped doing that. If there's more people that want to watch on Discord, I can start streaming to Discord again, but like I said, it just wasn't getting used as much, so I haven't gone through the hassle of doing it. But I can. I mean, not right now, but in the future.
Community meetings. Anger often directed at leadership, like the newly elected district attorney, who has been on the job just 7 months.
It's unreal.
I'm a black man born and raised in Oakland. When I walk out the house every day, I want to be safe. So if that calls for whoever commits the crime to be prosecuted.
Wow. That's one of those infamous black white supremacists. Oh man, I had to sneeze. Ah, that was brutal. Oh jeez. Us before starting hormones. Oh God. That's brutal. Why would someone do this to themselves? Ugh. Sergeant Tyler Vargas Andrews, a Marine who survived the explosion in Kabul that killed 13 Americans, says that when Joe and Jill Biden came to his hospital room, the president reached out to shake his hand, even though his arm was gone. Oh, shit.
I was like, oh my fucking God. And that's what I said. And the Secret Service dude just like beat red, like trying not to laugh. And I was like, fuck. And this dude, like 2 minutes later, he walks in with him and Jill Biden and their little entourage of people and like a photographer. And right away, like, remember him coming up to me trying to shake my hand, like try to shake my right hand. And I look at him and I'm like, I don't have an arm. And my left arm is in this big ass cast with this giant orange fucking foam block around it. I completely immobile. All I can do is move my head. My arm's gone. I'm like, I don't have an arm. And he says, oh, and like kind of stands up and then like goes over to reach for my fingers because about an inch of my fingers are showing, and just like grabs my fingers. Doesn't greet me or anything. Just that's what happened. Just grab my fingers. And I was like, okay, that's weird. And, you know, almost immediately starts talking like about how their son served in the military. Doesn't say anything about what happened. Starts talking about how their son served in the military. And my mom is just like, she's furious at this point. And they're like taking pictures and stuff. And she was like, my mom said this, she was like, I don't give a fuck. Say, I don't care what you guys fucking do. She's like, you better take care of him for the rest of his fucking life. And like she said that. And I'm sitting there and he comes over to me and he leans over me. And I have a picture of this to prove it. I'll show you this picture that I have. It's a pretty funny picture.
Badass mom. That's a badass
he
mom.
He leans over me and he's like this close to my face and he's like, what do you want? I said, what do you want? Yeah, he said, what do you want? I said, what? He said, what do you want? And I'm just like confused. I just got blown up. I just fucking saw my friends die next to me. I'm like, I just want to be myself. And he's like, huh? And my mom's furious. And she's like, he said he just wants to be himself. He just wants to be him. He said he just wants to be me. And he goes, oh, okay. And they just continue to talk about everything but what just happened. And then they just ushered him out of the room. He didn't know what to say. They ushered him out of the room, and that was that.
Damn. Oh, brutal. Talk about a mood killer. Person of the year, 7-Eleven ass beater. Clean up on aisle 5. I don't give a crap about this guy. He seems like a dork. What are you in for? I liked a George Floyd meme back in 2023. The Federal Reserve is a Ponzi scheme that prints money out of thin air and loans it to us with interest. Am I allowed to say that on YouTube? Oh, man. I saw this clip during the gathering of youths in New York because of the YouTuber guy. This old guy is just sitting there reading like nothing's going on. Yeah. That's this is the United States. How crazy is that? Harry's Razor CEO calls dad's non-birthing parents, nice, and mom's birthing parents, of course, and says the company is socially minded. Why does every company insist on going the Bud Light route?
Created a really sort of unbalanced dynamic and made the co-parenting thing really hard to actually live in practice. And so, that experience, was one that led us to this conclusion that, hey, we need not just a general parental leave policy, but an equal parental leave policy that treats birthing and non-birthing parents equally. So we've implemented that and give everybody 4 months, regardless of whether you're the birthing parent or the non-birthing parent. Thanks.
You see the way that these fake virtue signaling people, right there. That's why, I mean, all that nonsense he says, I mean, obviously all nonsense, but this right here, look at his face and the way he says thanks when everyone starts cheering. This is why he did it. But watch.
Thanks.
He doesn't want you to see how happy he is that people are cheering for him right now, but just for a second. Oh, look at him. Look at him. Look at him. God, how are there 3 men on stage and not a drop of testosterone to be found anywhere? Oh.
White farmers. I think 2 of them perhaps might have been killed in some instance.
No way.
At the same time that he's doing this with regards to South African white farmers, I think 2 of them perhaps might have been killed in some instance. At the same time that
Oh my God. These assholes on MSNBC. I mean, maybe 2 farmers have been killed in South Africa. Maybe 2 white farmers. Wow.
Was just getting groceries. I'm literally shaking right now. I was just getting groceries and I live in San Francisco.
I guess this doesn't exactly count as for points for end wokeness because they're retweeting libs of TikTok.
I'm literally shaking right now. I was just getting groceries and I live in San Francisco and I never really feel fully safe. If you live in San Francisco, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. And I just got groceries. I'm walking out of the store and this guy is walking past me and says, "Move, you stupid bitch." And he spits in my face, spits all over my face. And then I say, "Excuse me, did you just spit in my face?" And he says, "Move or I'll rape you." There's also people everywhere and everyone's just walking.
That's not funny at all.
Look what? I'm in shock. Look what? Oh my good loving. I'm in shock. They young as hell. They got trash bags in their pockets. They really taking the whole store. Security.
Why the worker looking at them?
Only in the fucking Nike store in Watts will the kids come in and rob, and they don't do absolutely nothing.
Dude, how do people who live in these places act shocked? Still, I just don't understand. Y'all telling me that they get to they could just, man, look at them. I am shocked. Well, then you are the only one. You are the only person who is shocked by this. Oh no, I live in San Francisco and there'd be people out here, they just be robbing and shit. You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. No way. It's like this woman, she's I can't believe it. I feel so unsafe in San Francisco. No way. You're telling me a crazy person came up to you in San Francisco, spit in your face and said, "I'm going to rape you"? I am shocked. Well, this should be international news. This is headline-worthy news. Crazy person in San Francisco. Stop the presses. We now have our headline. Woman assaulted in the streets of San Francisco. I am shocked. How come it's the people who live in these places that seem to be shocked by this, and then everyone else sees it and goes, "Well, yeah. I would be shocked if this didn't happen." I am shocked. You are the only one. Oh, wow. What do you think? You know, I can't think of any. I don't know the context of why Jill Biden is meeting with these people. And honestly, I don't need to know it. There is no context in which I would ever accept this. So I don't need to know the story behind it. It's utterly irrelevant. Mitch McConnell getting heckled, huh? Is that actually real, or is that... I mean, that's a massive crowd chanting. I was expecting to hear like a few people. You can never know anymore on the internet. I mean, is it legit? What a joke. What an absolute joke of a country we live in. Look at this young scholar with his, just picked up a potted plant. Look at the smirk on his face. He knows he's not going to get in any trouble. Tosses it at the cops. The cops jump out of the way like bitches. I mean, what in the hell, man? Either one of two things is going to happen. Either this is just going to continue and then everything's going to collapse. Like these people are just going to burn every major city completely to the ground. Or what I would rather see is that something like this happens and it's just going to be one too many times. One too many times, and one of those police officers is just going to lose it and pull a gun and just start firing indiscriminately into the crowd. And then people next to him are also going to say, yeah, fuck this. And they're going to pull out their guns, and then they're just going to start dropping people. We've crossed the line. There's only one of two outcomes here. It's one of those. It's either they're just going to let them burn it all to the ground, or you're going to have, eventually, they're just going to have to start firing and shooting and dropping people. There's the only two options at this point. Unfortunately. And yes, we all know which one's the more likely scenario. We are all aware of which is more likely to happen. But hey, a guy can dream, can't he? The World Economic Forum deleted this article from their site. They don't want you to see their real agenda. Psychologists say a good life doesn't have to be happy or even meaningful. What? I'm sorry, huh? Wow. I remember the own nothing, have no privacy, and life has never been better. But I've not seen this one. Psychologists say a good life doesn't even have to be happy or even meaningful. And people wonder why I think this whole psychology thing is just a load of malarkey. They tried that in a small town. Dude, that takes some serious balls. Damn. Okay. Oh. I've had enough. Gabriel, blow the trumpets. It's over. Just make it stop. I want off this ride. NASCAR's Noah Gragson suspended after reportedly liking George Floyd meme. This is the meme. Can we can this be one of the songs we do on Music Monday? I'll find a karaoke version of Under the Sea. You know, just the music, no vocals, and then we can record the George Floyd version of it called Under the Knee. You think we could get away with that on YouTube? You think YouTube would allow that? I know that we wouldn't be able to use ChatGPT to get lyrics for this because there's nothing you could do that would get ChatGPT to write anything that could be possibly a parody of George Floyd. That's for sure. But here, as we're scrolling through this, I'm going to put the vote in the chat. I'm going to come up with something for the name for this, but for the time being, we're just voting on the Twitter account of the week, since we had 4 different accounts. In case you forgot. Delusional Takes, which was pretty good. I was a fan of that. Woke Preacher Clips also had some good ones. Single Moms Posting L's, which hit a little bit too close to home for me. Not because I have kids out there, because I've been trying to find someone to start a family with. And damn, there's a lot of this. There's a lot of this out there. There's a lot of that. I mean, a woman having a kid, you know, I'm over 30. I mean, you got to expect that, you know, you're not going to find, it's hard to find somebody that doesn't already have some other baggage, but having a kid isn't necessarily a deal breaker, but all of this, these people, these are deal breakers. And this one that we're currently looking at, End Wokeness. So I'm going to put that in the chat as we continue to scroll through. Under the knee. Under the knee. I have to come up with. I would be afraid to try that on Music Mondays. I feel like that would definitely get the stream taken down and a strike on my channel. Is this? Oh, it's the same clip.
Have now learned the store clerks seen on a video beating a man who was trying to steal from their store are now under investigation for assault. So here's how.
Oh, you've got to be freaking kidding me. I mean, of course. I mean, I should have guessed this was going to happen. Now, the people, store owner under investigation.
Developing news in Stockton, we have now learned the store clerks seen on a video beating a man who was trying to steal from their store are now under investigation for assault. So here's how it all started. The video shows this man going into a 7-Eleven in Stockton and
should have just shot him,
emptying shelves of cigarettes into that large trash can. The video then shows the 2 clerks try to stop him before hitting him with a stick more than 24 times. The store clerks now say this man stole from their store 2 other times and threatened them. Stockton police say they are investigating the man who was beaten for robbery and the clerks for assault. When the investigation is complete, it will be sent to the San Joaquin County District Attorney for review. Then it's going to be up to the DA to determine what charges, if any, are filed against the store clerks.
Oh my God. And you notice how she's like, oh, this is how it starts. This guy came and robbed the place. And the only part that she stresses is when she says, she even slows it down.
The video then shows the 2 clerks try to stop him before hitting him with a stick more than 24 times.
That's the only part that she emphasizes. 24 times. Oh, yeah. We should feel bad for this guy. But what should have happened is the guy should have just been shot. I mean, it's that's what would happen where I live. If you walked into something like this and somehow got past the counter and just started pulling stuff off the shelves and putting it into a bag like that, they would just shoot you. I mean, come on. Oh my gosh, he hit him 24 times with a stick. He got off easy. I mean, jeez. Democrat mayor faces 30 years behind bars after pleading guilty to 140 counts of CP. Wow. And look who he's friends with. The one and only Mayor Pete. Wow. Who would have thought?
And I'm about to pay for my groceries with my work.
These are the people that are leading us careening off the edge into the abyss. I have been reading about this, the Amazon hand pay thing. God, they've created a population that has just been anesthetized, and they're just whatever the new thing is. I'm super stoked on this. Yes, have my hand, and I can pay for things tied to a digital bank. Good Lord. Look at this god-awful woman.
I'm at Whole Foods and I'm about to pay for my groceries with my work.
Oh, God. She's going to be making that same face when they tell her, you know what? You can listen to your favorite iTunes playlist in your head with this neural implant. And she's going to have that same face. She's going to have that face where she's like, oh my gosh, yes. I want to be able to hear Taylor Swift and Cardi B whenever I want in my head. It never even occurs to her that this could somehow not be good. Oh, hey, I liked this post already.
What the
Stupid music. No way. More people in California robbing places. More young scholars who, if they just had opportunities and weren't constantly being kept down by the white man, they wouldn't have to resort to this.
Because I get out the chains, I get free, I save my wife, and I kill all the white people in the movie. How great is that? And how black is that? Don't be worried about it.
Why'd they have to cut it at the best part? I kill all the white people. How great is that? And like the last thing he says actually is pretty.
And how black is that?
And how black is that? I kill all the white people. How great is that? And how black is that? That's actually kind of funny. Maybe not for the reason he thinks, but it is pretty funny. Oh, hey, here's some more footage from the youths terrorizing New York. All right, it looks like we have a winner, and I can't say that I disagree with it. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, no. Someone voted again. Oh, we need another vote. Now we got to tie again. Son of a bitch. Every time. Can't get past the ties. Woke preacher clips got up there, huh? I thought it was going to be between delusional takes and single moms, to be honest with you. Well, I'm going to pick 2 posts, one from each. Oh, no, we got it. It's over. In the poll now. You can't sneak in there. Single moms posting L's. Ladies and gentlemen, your totally tubular Twitter account of the week. I don't know. We'll come up with something for it. And I better come up with something for this new version, which, by the way, we're still going to do TikTok Tuesday, you know, that form of it, of going through TikToks as well. But I'm also going to just sometimes pick 4 Twitter accounts or 4 YouTube channels, and it'll always be something goofy and, you know, woke and whatever. But man, I can't always... The TikToks, man, the TikToks. The TikToks will make you crazy. I got rid of TikTok on my phone a long time ago because I used to use my phone to find stuff and then I would save it. And I didn't get rid of it just because I was using it too much. I mean, it really takes a lot out of me to even pull up that freaking app. But even using it for like 5 minutes, it's just, it takes a mental and spiritual toll on you. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the launch party for a brand new Tuesday. So if you have an X account, I feel like I just can never say X instead of Twitter because it makes it seem like I'm talking about something X-rated, some kind of adult content. It just doesn't feel right. But if you have a Twitter account, go follow Single Moms Posting L's. All right, guys, make sure you like the stream. I hope you had a good time. Let's see. I might come back later on in the second channel because I feel like playing Mass Effect tonight, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, make sure you like the stream. Thanks for the super chats. We're slowly moving towards my goal of a brand new revolver. Send me money on PayPal to buy me a beer. And then I will drink it in my year 2 pint glass while wearing my Be Armed, Be Dangerous, Be Moral hat. I actually am wearing that hat right now. What are the odds? Actually pretty high. I wear it all the time. All right, guys. I hope you had a good time. My name is Swamp, and I will see you guys next time.